Had another mom reach out to me. Here goes. Hi, Kim. Thanks for all the helpful content you're putting out. I have a problem I'm hoping you can give me some feedback on. I'm the mom of two sons, ages 15 and 22. The issue I'm having is with my 22-year-old. I divorced his narcissist father when my son was young. It was an emotionally abusive relationship that I needed to get out of. As a result, and because I didn't know any better, and honestly because I felt guilty about being a single mom, I used a lot of praise with my son to make him feel good about himself. Looking back on it, I realized I actually taught him he needed my praise and attention in order to make himself feel good. He was a needy kid throughout high school, but it's actually gotten worse in the past few years. What you've said about parenting young adults being the most mentally challenging stage, I absolutely agree with you. It's true. My son's got an apartment across town, but comes over to our house all the time and literally calls me like 5 times a day, looking for validation. He literally will say, "I need you to tell me I'm doing great." What kind of mother won't tell her son how wonderful he is? I'm trying to live my life and set boundaries with him because I've learned the error of my ways. I will say things like, "You must have better things to do than call your mom. I love you and want to talk to you, but let's catch up in a day or so." He then gets offended and yells at me. Things escalated when he was at our house about a week ago. My younger son got involved and directly told his brother he was being immature. My son stormed out of the house and I haven't heard from him since, even though I've tried to reach out. He knows I absolutely hate it when he won't talk to me. I keep asking myself, am I strong enough to let him hate me? Or should I feed him this toxic bullshit he now needs to hear just to connect with him again? I feel like I need to hold to my personal boundary on this, but it's killing me. Let me just say first that this is, again, a lot to unpack, and I invite you to invest in some professional help with it, no matter what I say to you. And if I resonate with you, I'd love to help you with this, but I'm not going to be able to address the whole thing in a 5-minute video. So first and foremost, if you got into a narcissistic relationship, it's very possible that you were also raised in an environment that was emotionally immature. And I'm not passing judgment on our parents. I think they do the best they can with what they know and based on their own life experience. But I want to recommend a book called Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents: How to Heal from Distant, Rejecting, or Self-Involved Parents. I'm going to show a picture of it. And you may wonder why I'm sharing this book with you when the problem that you're having is with your 22-year-old. I think this book will give you a lot of insight, not only about your childhood and potentially how you got into the relationship you did and why you are parenting the way you are, but also give you some insight to your son. Second, absolutely must hold to your personal boundary. It is incredibly difficult when you are going through something with a child and they won't talk to you. But this really, when you think about it, is very emotionally immature, right? It's like a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum. In fact, what you describe in here sounds a lot like a temper tantrum. So hold to your personal boundary. And again, it's probably, right, fear, anxiety, all the things that are coming up for you. You need to talk those things through. You need to not let those things ruminate in your head. I can't think of anything more important than the relationship we're having with our kids and investing in that. That being said, when our kids are adults, it does you no good to sit and ruminate on all of the mistakes you made or choices you wish you wouldn't make. Realize them now, work through them now, and then by all means, if your son won't talk to you, write him a letter. And it may take some time. Obviously, there's a trust issue between him and you. He needs to have this validation. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? But all you can do is acknowledge how you contributed and say you're sorry and be there to listen and perhaps reach out once in a while. And I can't think of anything else you can do at this point with your adult child. But that being said, over time, The hope is that he will come around. If you're a mom who has been in a similar situation and you've got something positive to add or a suggestion or comment, please feel free to do that below.